Get that. Thank you. All right. So you guys ready? Do we have everyone on? I think everyone's on. All right. So good evening, you guys. My name's Kristen, and I'm going to be your MC for just about the next 30 minutes. And tonight we're going to be sharing some stories of how we've turned our love of health and wellness, our passion for servant-heartedness, our desire for community, and our desire or need to make additional income into businesses that are fulfilling and meaningful. So I don't know, are you looking for fulfillment? Are you looking for extra income, more time flexibility, or just maybe there's a lot of people right now that are just looking for a new direction? So if so, listen to our stories and see if what we do might be something you can see yourself doing, or if not you, maybe just somebody you know. So we are all partners with a company called Juice Plus. It's a company that has, we're going to get into what it is and what we have, but it's in a nutshell, we have fruits and vegetables in a capsule. In a nutshell, I should have just said in a capsule, we have fruits and vegetables. So anyway, just a little bit about me. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer, and I fell in love with Juice Plus and partnered with the company because I could see the benefits of this product for myself, my family, and the clients that I work with. So I know that 90% of us aren't getting enough fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And yes, that includes me too, even though I am a dietitian. And I also know that Juice Plus is backed by 40 plus gold standard research studies showing that it does the same thing that fruits and vegetables do in our body. So for me, when I was able to grasp these two things, it just made sense to me. And over the past 4.5 years, I've seen the benefits of putting this concentrated plant nutrition in my body every day. And I've heard and seen from my clients and those and other people outside of my clients of the things that it's done, including things like we have people tell us that they have better sleep, that they have more energy, that their gut health is better, that they're having better weight, they're able to maintain their weight better. And although our company makes no claims to cure or treat any kind of illness, as a dietitian, I know that when you put good nutrition in your body knows what to do with that. And so this, for me, it was just knowing, it was very exciting to know that I have a tool in my tool bag that I can use to help people on their health journey. And then at the same time, I was able to make a little additional stream of income, which, and know that every single dollar that I make is because somebody got healthier. And I know that Heidi, I think we're going to start, we have several panelists. We're kind of operating this in sort of a round table type of discussion. And I'm going to start with Heidi, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. But Heidi, I know that you had, you like me, you first experienced this from a product standpoint. And so I just want you to kind of explain the products and what Juice Plus has to offer. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Cool, sure. Thanks, Kristen. So I came into this a little bit differently than most people. I'm Heidi Biggs, by the way, and I live in California, but I'm originally from England. Moved here 16 years ago with my amazing husband, and we have a cat, no kids, but a cat. I'm a crazy cat mom. And I'm also a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for over 34 years, a previous personal trainer, just an overall health nut. I've always been fascinated by health, and I would share recipes and things like that on Facebook just naturally. And so when this came along, at first I was very resistant. My husband met a guy on a wave, and that's how we became introduced to these amazing plant powders. But I think I was a little mad that I didn't hear about it first, honestly. But also I just thought, oh, it's one of those things and I don't want to be involved. I told my husband I thought he was crazy. But then I heard a couple of doctors speak, and they were talking about, like Kristen just mentioned, they were talking about research and the fact that there's only over 40 plus studies that are peer-reviewed, placebo-controlled, gold standard studies published in medical journals and sports journals around the world. That got my attention, being, being a personal trainer at that time. But I also was going through some health stuff at the time. And so when I heard these doctors speaking the language that I understood about what happens with nutrition when you put quality nutrition in your body, what it happens to your body on a cellular level, it just blew my mind. And that's when I knew I had to try it. Well, what I wasn't expecting was I'd had digestive issues for 43 years, going to the bathroom maybe 1 to 2 times a week, like that. And I just thought that that was my norm because everyone said that there was nothing wrong. So they said I had IBS. But at the time, when it was introduced to me, I was really, really sick. I mean, really, really sick. I was rapidly losing weight. I was in a lot of pain. I was not able to eat or drink. It would cause pain and nausea and just so many other side effects, not side effects from the food, but just really, I was really, really sick. And I was diagnosed with a couple of really rare disorders. But what I found with it taking Juice Plus was I was able to still work full time, regardless of losing 25, 30 pounds. And I was already little. I went down to like 85 pounds, but I was still able to work. And when everybody else in the salon got sick, I didn't. I was the only person in the salon who did not get sick. I also was able to go to the bathroom every single day, 2 to 3 times a day. And that's been my norm ever since. And then what really struck me was a few months afterwards, I noticed that I hadn't been taking my allergy medicine. And I used to take an allergy pill every single day. I mean, literally 365 days a year. And after 3 months, here I'm noticing I hadn't taken the pill in 3 months. And I said to my husband, do you think it could be these plant powders? And that's when the person that introduced these plant powders to my husband told us about the immune health study, which was part of the 40 plus studies that I had, heard about. And it made sense because, allergies and asthma, as we know, is an autoimmune. And so my immune system was more balanced. And, it's just been a whirlwind and a game changer for me. And I'll just take it for the rest of my life. And especially knowing that it's food, and food is medicine. And, on the label, it's a food label, it's a nutrition label, it's not a supplement label. And there's so many supplements out there that they're on the shelf, but you don't really know what's inside. And with these plant powders, you have a nutrition label, just like you would find broccoli on the shelf in the store, we would have a nutrition label, but also it has an NSF certification that proves that what is on that label is actually in the product. And so I will take this for the rest of my life. Back to you, Kristen.
I love that. I love your story because you really did have like a health transformation, and it's not just you. We hear it from everyone. I know, Wendy, I'm going to go to you next because I know that your doctor told you that you should be getting some omegas. And so that was kind of your reason for getting on this product. But you also have a couple other things that were important to you at the same time. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your story and your product experience.
Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, my name's Wendy, as you all know, and I live in Southern California, out in wine country in Southern California. And yeah, you're right. My story started with at the doctor's office. Doctor said I needed to take lots of omegas and lots of dark leafy greens. Reason being was I was pregnant at the time and I had a lot of food aversions. So he said, you need to have fish or you need to take the fish oil. And that was an absolute no for me. So unfortunately, the pregnancy baby didn't stick. And but I was still in search of my omegas, and I didn't want to do the fish oils, like I said, because then you get that fishy burps. Well, lo and behold, I see a post from one of our fellow panelists, Irene, advertising the vegan omegas. And I was absolutely blown away because I had done tons of research for some kind of vegan omega and I just couldn't find it. So, I messaged her and I was like, Irene, can I come over? And I went over that very next day. And I went in and she showed me the vegan omegas, and there it was. And she had all the different products out. And I had no idea that I could get all this nutrition in such a simple form. So I went in for the vegan omegas and I was, yes, give me the vegan omegas. When I left her house, I left her house all in. I got everything because it made sense. I was able to get my dark leafy stuff, greens, vegetables, my berries, protein. I was starting to work out again and I hated the whey protein. So now here I was with a vegan protein that tasted fantastic because Irene gave me this really delicious shake to have. So I was on board. I was so excited. I loved everything about it. And I just jumped in. I jumped in and it just, because it made sense to me and I loved everything about it. Another thing was that aside from getting all the products, I could feed my baby the kids nutrition for free for 4 years, the little chewables. And again, they're just fruits, vegetables, and berries. And my baby loves them. She eats them down. Like I have to just specifically give her dose because she'll just keep eating them. She loves them. Aside from that, since everything is vegan and everything's good for you, it's all whole food, baby wants everything mama eats. So guess what? She's also having the complete shakes. She's also having the vegan protein bars with me and she loves them all. And I don't mind giving it to her because I know that it's good for her little body and it's good for me. So I don't mind at all. I love these products because they have no warning labels. They're good for everybody. I have a couple of people in my family that are diabetics that take it and it's safe for them. It's obviously safe for kids. My baby takes it. It's safe for pregnant mamas, which is super ideal for me because we're going to try, hopefully at the end of the year, one more time and hopefully, everything goes well this time. But I've been doubling up on my Juice Plus. I've been doubling up, getting healthy from the inside out. And I just have a really good feeling about this. For me, this is the godsend, honestly. It's like the easiest way to consume a lot of whole food nutrition in the easiest way possible. And I just love it. And I share it with everybody that I know. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to share my story with you guys and take it away.
Thanks so much, Wendy. And just a little side note on your daughter, if she does happen to get into that bag and eat the whole bag, there is no you don't have to call poison control. That is the nice thing. There is no warning label on it. She may be in the bathroom all day long, but other than that, she's going to be fine. So anyway, just a little side note. All right. Well, we're going to switch gears just a little bit. I'm going to send the mic over to Irene, and we're going to talk a little bit about this company that we've all partnered with and why out of all the companies that people can join or, the side projects or the side gigs that people can be part of, what are some of the reasons, Irene, that you chose to partner with this company?
All right, thanks, Kristen. My name's Irene Setner. I actually live right down the street that way from Wendy in Southern California in wine country. And actually, this opportunity really presented itself at the right time of my life. I was a deputy sheriff for 27 years, and I found myself having to retire from several injuries and unfortunately going through a divorce. And maybe not unfortunately, but I was having to buy another house and move from Orange County. And at that time, my income had been, slashed pretty much almost in half from retiring. And I knew that I needed to have a supplemental income. And I even went as far as applied at Home Depot because I'm a handy girl and I like tools, I like paint and all that other stuff. So I went and applied and I got an interview and I just stopped myself because I'm like, what are you doing? I retired. I am not going to work weekends. I'm not going to work nights. I'm not going to answer to a boss. So I was fortunately invited to a conference for the Juice Plus company as a guest. And I found out that these great products that I had been taking that helped me through my surgeries, that gave me more energy, that allowed me to run a marathon 8 months after neck surgery, there was a business behind it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I have a servant's heart. And I thought to myself, why not share these products with other people, with people that I cared for, and earn a supplemental income as well? So that's what I did. I actually started taking the products in February, signed up in May. So it didn't take long for me to see what this company could benefit everybody. And what this company is, it's a 50-year-old company. And the president and founder, Jay Martin, he is still at the helm today. And it is a multi-billion-dollar company. You could do this part-time, or you can do this alongside your lifestyle or your full-time job, because I would really say that 90 to 95% of Juice Plus reps have full-time jobs. And what they do is they just weave it through their lives and through their work. So it can be done even if you have a full-time job. And not only, you don't even have to have a degree. You could be a retired deputy, you could be a doctor, you could be a teacher, it could be a hairstylist, you could be a stay-at-home mom or dad. Anybody can do this as long as you're over 18. And so you don't need a fancy title to do this. Also, I could honestly say that this income has allowed me to maintain my lifestyle from when I was working full-time. And right now we're buying a house, and this extra income is really going towards purchasing that new house. I mean, we don't make any claims as far as, income or anything like that, but it does allow you to do things that maybe you wouldn't be able to do on a retired income like myself. So I am just super blessed that I was been able to find this company, and I get to have fun and work with all these great people every day and make a difference in people's lives. So thanks, Kristen.
I love it, Irene. And when you said have fun, some of us on this, even some of us on the panel, we feel like a family, but some of us have never met because of COVID. And so we are looking forward to getting together next month for a conference in California. So it's going to be fun to all be together and really let loose and have a bunch of fun. So thanks so much, Irene. And I know, Irene, you joined because you were really looking for that supplemental income. And Michelle, I'm going to have you speak next, because the income wasn't, you didn't have to go to work, but you have other things about this company that really have spoken to you. And I would love to hear your story and just hear what your thoughts are about the Juice Plus company.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, the income wasn't what brought me in, but let me share with you. So happy to be here tonight. My name's Michelle, and I live in Apache Junction, Arizona, which is the far side of the Phoenix metropolitan area, the far east side. I'm a mom, a wife, a musician, and an athlete. And I'm so grateful to be on this journey with so many amazing people. I heard about Juice Plus 17 years ago when I was pregnant with my son, and I totally ignored the person who told me about it. That's just one of those things. And little did I know my son was going to be born premature, like 2.5 months premature. He's 17 years old now, so he's doing great. But that kind of opened my eyes to the world of health and nutrition and how important that really is. So fast forward, once he hits 2 years old, terrible two, no is his favorite word. He goes on a fruit and veggie strike and decides not to eat any fruit or vegetable. So I went back and called that friend who shared with me when I was pregnant. We were both pregnant at the same time, this friend anyway. But I said, all right, I need to do something. So let's try that Juice Plus stuff. And she said, what have you got to lose? You try it too. I'm like, fine, I'll try it too, kind of just to get her off my back. But little did I know that was like a catalyst for my entire family's nutrition. I had no idea. It was like game changer. I had no idea. I've been a runner my whole life, and I had no idea what I thought running was, keeping me healthy. I had no clue how many fruits and vegetables you need to eat every day. So this was just a catalyst for my entire family's nutrition. But with that, I couldn't help but share what it was. Just like you'd share a good book or a great pair of shoes or something. It's like, I couldn't help. I wanted everybody to feel how I felt. It was just so much fun. So I absolutely loved what I did. Before I was a high school choir director, and I was committed to a pretty intense schedule. And when this preemie baby came, I all of a sudden was a stay-at-home mom. We planned for that. My husband's an airline pilot, but this allowed me to have a really flexible schedule. And again, I went in kicking and screaming, even when my friend said, just sign up as a partner so you can take care of your own products. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'll go back to being a music teacher, choir director. Little did I know that wasn't even going to happen. I ended up staying with this just because I loved the flexibility, and I was able to take care of my family and be a part of an amazing community with like-minded friends on a mission to help the world be a healthier place. Couldn't pass it up. With my husband traveling a lot, it was just really interesting that someone needed to be home. And it's something I never thought I would do. Now, fast forward to the future where, you can earn a quick, extra $200, $500 a month. The money really didn't make a difference. We planned for being on one income. Wasn't a huge thing, but certainly was a perk. Well, interesting enough, when this past year, airline pilot, people aren't flying anywhere. He takes a voluntary pay cut so that all the other pilots can stay on track. Well, my Juice Plus business helped to pay off one of our car payments during that time, which was fantastic. And now you just never know how that little bit could help. What I love about this company is that for $52 a year, $1 a week, you get to share something that, that's just amazing, and that can help everybody from womb to tomb. There's no inventory because the company stocks your product. It collects from the customers and sends you a paycheck. I simply get to love on and care for people. It's just fantastic. And now I'm just so excited to grow that paycheck, like Kristen said at the beginning, because I know the more people I help, the more extra money I have to give back. And it feels so good to be able to do that.
I love that. I love that. And I'm like you, we had lived on one income for a really long time. And, but I do have to say that it has been so nice for me to be able to, from my own bank account, if my son's lacrosse team needs a new video camera, I can say, here you go, here's your camera. If they need a charter bus to one of their games, or when my mom needed rain gutters, to be able to cut her a check and say, this is for your rain gutters that you need. And it's so nice to be able to give back to causes and to people that mean the most to you. So I do love that about being able to make a little extra money. So that's been awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. We're going to switch gears one more time, and we're going to go into, we've talked a little bit about the product, we've talked about the company, and now we want to hear just a little bit about how the business runs. And I'm going to pull Leanne up. Leanne is a mama of Lila Pearl, who I think I saw on the call. And Leanne, we want to hear. I love your story, and I love. We're both in the fitness industry, so and I know COVID really affected the fitness industry among every other industry, right? So let's hear from you, Leanne. Go ahead and give us your story.
Hey, Kristen, thanks so much. Yes, so my name is Leanne, and I am coming to you from Bend, Oregon, and I am a yoga and meditation teacher. And I love what I do. I love my clients, I love sharing my passion, and I love helping people. The problem is that teaching yoga, it doesn't pay very much. And when I do teach more than 1 to 2 classes a day, I'm left feeling completely drained, overworked, and I can just feel my passion slowly start to fade. And so I've always had to have another source of income on the side to help balance the workload. But I'm curious though, have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, like everything you've ever worked for is about to be taken away from you? For me, on March 13th of 2020, I was working remotely for a local tea company, and I was teaching at multiple yoga studios around Bend when I found out that all yoga studios and all coffee shops would be forced to close. I stayed strong when I found out, but I was completely devastated. Thankfully, though, I had this plan B, this business on the side that has totally transformed my life. I cannot thank my friend enough for having the courage to share this business with me, because now I feel like I'm living my best life possible. And I feel like I found my purpose. For me, my story is different than everyone else. I dipped my toes in the mission, and I started off very, very, very slowly, very worried of what people might think of me. My biggest fear was being judged. And slowly but surely, the more that I shared the concept of encapsulated fruits and veggies, the more I realized I was helping people get healthier. And we need more of that right now more than ever. And so for me, I plan on taking these beautiful capsules forever and ever and ever, because I have so much energy now. I'm sleeping better, and my nails are so thick that I was able to nix my bad habit of nail biting. I'm also pooping daily on my own now. And I used to think that pooping 2 to 3 times a week was normal, but man, does it feel good to be regular. And Lila, oh my gosh, my 2-year-old daughter, she is just the healthiest kiddo on the block. And so I'm like, why am I not just telling everyone? And I mean everyone that I know. And so that's what I'm doing now, because I love customer service and I love helping people get healthier. And not only that, I get to spend all of my days at home with my beautiful baby girl and work my business on my own schedule. I have complete time freedom to be a present mama, which is something that I have always dreamed of. And I love knowing that I am making an impact on the future generations. And I'm so grateful for the confidence that this personal growth program, cleverly disguised as a business, has done for me. Not only that, though, this business, it's giving me the ability to dream again. In doing that, it has created an extra income for us to very soon invest in a Sprinter van and travel more and show Lila the world. I love having the ability to run my international business from anywhere as long as I have a Wi-Fi signal. And I am so excited every single day when I wake up knowing that I get to impact someone in some way, in some form. And so fast forward to today, and I realized that this business was in fact exactly what I was looking for. And I love inspiring healthy living every day.
Wow, Leanne, I'm inspired. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know that you just got back from a trip that you guys got to take and show Lila Pearl a little bit of our beautiful country. And that is just, it's one of the perks of getting to set your own schedule. So time flexibility is an awesome benefit. And I know, Heidi, the pandemic affected your business as well. And so share just a little bit about how that went for you.
Sure. First of all, I started sharing just naturally. It was my husband that started this business. He went all in, and I just was like, man, try the product. The product's cool. I'm getting great stuff. I was sharing that naturally just with my clients in the salon. And before I knew it, all these orders are coming in, and I'm seeing my husband's paycheck going up. And I have to share that at that time, my chiropractor had said to me, when are you going part-time? Because your neck and your shoulders can't handle this full-time for much longer. And I didn't have an answer. So I actually had this crazy idea of starting a tank top business. And so I invested $5,500 of my own money to start this business with a friend who didn't add any money into it, invest any money, and it wasn't working. We were working so many hours and we weren't getting the return. And here I am getting these customers for my husband, and I'm like seeing his paycheck going up. And I've seen this money, like I've got it in two hands, like what I've spent and what my husband's getting, and these bonuses that he kept going as he's rising through the compensation plan. And it just like made no sense for me to continue with the tank top business. So I got rid of that, went all in, and soon was able to, after several months, stop being full-time as a hairstylist and able to go part-time. And the cool thing about part of that is that we have customers because we are a global company, I have customers in team in England, we have customers in Spain, we have customers in Germany. It's really cool to see, and have all of these connections all over the world. But what I'm really, really excited for is to get to the top position where I can get benefits, because right now health benefits, I don't get any. I'm an independent contractor with my hair business, and I'm paying almost $600 a month on healthcare. And so to be able to have that included in the benefit, get this whole benefits package with health, dental, vision, chiropractic, all of the things, life, all of those things, I'm really excited to get to, I'll be saving like nearly $600 a month, plus I'll be earning extra money at that point. But with the pandemic, oh my gosh, it was really hard. Salons were closed, then they were open again, and then they were closed again. And then it was really confusing, but I'm really grateful that because people need to balance their immune systems now more than ever, and because people want to really arm themselves with, better health, that my business actually increased by 30% during the pandemic. So having that extra income, not only is it contributed to paying 2/3 of our California mortgage, which is that's no joke in itself. The fact that our business grew 30% was a godsend when I didn't have my hair income. So yeah, again, I'll just like a good book or recipe, I'll be sharing this forever.
I love it. I love it. Finally, we want to hear a little bit from Lisa. We're going to pull you up. You are our last speaker for the night. And I know that you, like some of us, the income was not the thing for you, but you have some very specific things that you were looking for when this business sort of came across your plate. And so I want you to share a little bit about what you were really looking for and what you found in the Juice Plus company.
Thanks, Kristen. Hi, everyone. So I'm Lisa, and I live in San Clemente, California. And I'm so happy to be here to share my story and what I love, love, love about this business as well. First, I am 53, and I can say honestly that my greatest accomplishment and favorite job has been being a mom to my boys, now 26 and 24, and being a wife. Family is everything to me, and I was truly blessed and fortunate to be a stay-at-home mom, and figured that there was no better time at that point to use my psychology degree, my child development degree, and my teacher credentials, right? To be a stay-at-home mom. But part of my family history is a track record of diabetes, lung and heart disease, and obesity. And I struggled with my weight most of my adult life, pretty much for like 26 years. Fluctuating, up and down like 50 pounds. But all as I knew is how important my boys and husband and family were to me. And I wanted to be a part of their lives and watch them start their own families and have a relationship with my future grandchildren that my dad never had the chance to do. So I threw myself into raising these boys and their friends, and was a room mom, teen mom. And then once they went to high school, because that was like every year. And then once they went to high school, I was a football booster club president for 6 years, which pretty much ran the team, the coaches, and the parents. And it was all for free. So, that was what I did every day. And I was damn good at it. I'll let you know that right now. I was good at it, and I loved every minute of it. But then once my boys went to college, I was lost. I felt like I lost my purpose, and a big part of the community that I was a part of for so long, since my boys were in football from the time that they were 10 years old. So I decided it was time for a change, and it was in both parts of my life, my physical and health, my health, life, and then also what I was going to do like for myself for the rest of my life. So I changed my lifestyle and I dropped those 50 pounds. But the craziest thing is that, and I did it the right way, changed the lifestyle. It took me a few years. But the crazy thing is that I still was experiencing little energy. I felt like I was barely recovering from my workouts, and I had the same allergy thing forever. I was always on, I took Claritin for God knows how long. I don't even know when I even started taking it. And they were even worse than they were all the years that I had them. And the worst part of it was I felt like a teenager again, because I was like plagued with adult acne, and maybe even worse than that, I didn't understand why I couldn't maintain my weight when I was still following my lifestyle that that helped me lose the weight to begin with. But needless to say, all of those ailments became the exact opposite once I found Juice Plus, once it entered my life. And like Heidi, I ditched my allergy meds, and I also got rid of the acne meds and all of the other things that I said. It was like a complete turnaround. So the energy was there and I felt great. And because of all that, I found myself, like the rest of the panel here, like I couldn't stop myself from sharing. Like it just it erupted from me whenever I started talking to anybody. And, you know, and I wondered at this point, is this next chapter? I'm feeling like I was good at talking to people about it because I was so passionate and loved it so much. And I was fortunate though, like Michelle and Kristen, that I didn't need the money. Obviously I stayed home all that time, but I did need something, and that was bigger than myself at that time. I needed something bigger. And so I started to do it. And just like I was doing before, just talking about it to everybody. And I started to help so many people. And like Kristen said earlier too, it was a direct reflection. My paychecks were a direct reflection of every person that I was helping, which was so exciting to me. I didn't even care how much it was, but every time that paycheck came in that I didn't have before, those were all the people that I helped. So it was amazing. That part was amazing for me. But what I found that was even better than that was a community of amazing people who loved helping people as much as I do, and being healthy as much as I do. And that part too, the being healthy part, they actually, you know, keep me in check to where I, you know, haven't gone back and gained the weight. Because when, you know, they always say that when you're part of a group or a community that's like-minded like that, that you will keep on keeping up with the habits that you created because everybody around you is doing it. And that's exactly where that came in. And, you know, they keep me accountable, and I've made some real solid friendships I would never have had if I didn't say yes to this business. And I can also help people implement changes into their health through our Shred 10 community. It's the best program I've ever done. And it's not a fad diet like all the ones that I was on before. It's about a lifestyle, and it's the reason also why I keep my weight off. And our community now is up to over 300 people. And we would love to talk to you about the Shred as well and the community. So you can reach out to the person that invited you to this call to hear more about that. But until I started this business, I also did not realize how much I needed to work on myself. It's hard to get out of that stinking thinking without any guidance in the personal growth department. And the more you let your ego in your head take control of life, you're going to be bound for more suffering and chaos. So the bottom line with that is what we become, or the bottom line is what we become is what we believe, and what we think about and speak about is what we bring about. And I love this quote too. It's the longest journey in life is from our head to our heart. And I found this purpose that filled my heart by helping everyone I could get healthy as possible from the inside out. I found passion in the community of like-minded warriors on this mission. And I have grown and learned so much about myself with so many different personal growth programs offered to us. And I think Leanne said this earlier, that, you know, that I guess that's why they say that this is a personal growth program disguised as a business. And I am so thankful for the personal growth and development I've done, because it has led me to understanding what I actually needed as a younger woman and mom that I wasn't getting to fill me up. And this is why it's so important for me to try and help those moms who have lost themselves along the way. And I want to make an impactful difference for their health and help guide them in making extra stream of income. So maybe they could make that choice if they wanted to stay home with their children as well. So that's, I mean, I can go on for hours because it's so overwhelmingly amazing what this company and business has brought to my life, but we don't have any more time. So I'm going to
I love it. I love it, Lisa. And I love all these stories that we've shared tonight. Everyone, we're a group of like-minded people, although, as you can see, we've all come to this place from a little different position and from a different set of circumstances. And yet we're all united in one mission, which is to help me with our mission to inspire healthy living around the world. Sorry, I almost forgot that. But so I don't know whose story has maybe resonated with you tonight, or if a particular set of circumstances has resonated with you tonight. But I want to just extend an offer to anyone who's on here tonight. If this talk has spoken to you, we would love to chat with you more. So we would love to have you on our mission with us. And we're it's a simple business. It's not always easy, but it is a very simple business. And we're all very qualified to help you learn how to do it if it sounds like something that you're even an inkling interested in. If you want to work, if you're coachable, if you're independent, if you want to have fun, and if not you, who do you know that maybe has these things and is looking for something more in your life? So I'm going to leave you with that and say, if any of this has resonated with you just a little bit, get with the person that invited you to this talk, because we will all come back on and cheer you on as you come into our healthy living community. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream on Facebook, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.